Welcome to Watch What Crappens. To get our videos as soon as they're released instead of waiting for a week, head over to our Patreon. That's also where you'll find our bonus episodes and our Discord community. We love you guys.
Hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo that we just love to talk about. I'm Ben Mandelker. Joining me today is the one and only Ronnie Karam. Hi, Ronnie. How's it going?
Well, hello, Ben.
Well, guess what? We are 2 weeks away from our cabaret. We're so excited. It's going to be just dandy. Go get your streaming tickets at watchwhatcrappens.com or follow the link on our social media. You have up until showtime to buy your tickets, but then you'll still have a week to watch. But you can only buy those tickets up until the curtain. So just take care of it right now, guys. Just do it right now. Just write it off. Check it off your list. Go to patreon.com/watchwhatcrappens. Get access to our weekly bonus episodes, free newsletter, ad-free listening, video content 1 week before it goes to YouTube. All the great stuff. Join us over there. And today we are diving into the wild and wacky world of Below Deck Down On Season 4, Episode 16. It's called The Garden Party. I don't know why it's called that, except for the fact that they had a garden party. And on top of that, real Bravo fans will recognize the charter guests as the stars of, what was it called? Backyard Envy?
I did not recognize them as that. I didn't recognize them at all.
Well, when Bravo was moving into the HGTV space and they had Home by Bravo, they had a show about like these landscapers that would come in and renovate people's backyards.
Oh,
and it was
I didn't
an all right
realize
show.
that was them.
That was they, and it was a perfectly good show. And here they are, back again, back at it. I personally enjoyed Bravo's home period. I loved the show with Carson and Tom. That was so good. Really sad that it didn't survive.
That was funny. Yeah, that was a funny one. I also liked way back in the day when they had See You Later, Decorator.
Oh my God, I love Top Design.
Top Design
with India.
That was a good one. Yes,
India Hicks and like, well, no, season one, Jonathan Adler's tagline, because it was I think the viewers voted on it, was "See you later, Decorator." But then season two, they're like, okay, we got to get more serious. So they had the most devastating goodbye line, which was something like, "You failed to design this room properly. You're going home."
It's just like they're like, we need it meaner. Just have India say it. She's like, "You're ugly. Go."
You're going home. It was so funny. I recorded it and put it on YouTube years ago. I wonder if I could even still find it, but it was
You're
just
as hideous as your design. Now go.
Yeah,
they had a lot of good ones. That was good. The Backyard Envy one, I think I watched once, and I was like, I'm not watching people landscape. That's just not my thing. And the designer one, the $1 Million Decorator, was good. We love that one with ooh.
Oh, that one was great.
Yeah, Catherine Ireland and that guy.
Oops, sorry everyone. I was trying to find the India Hicks like sign off line. And did you hear that? What I just played?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Here's India Hicks.
Serge, we can't live with your design. You're going home.
We can't live with your design.
We can't live with your design?
If you stay here for one more second, we'll all perish. Please go.
Serge, please get this away from us. We're dying. We are dying over your paltry attempts to decorate this home. Go.
Please get your pandemic of a design out of here. Thank you. Your design is monkeypox. Now go.
We cannot live with your design. Oh my God. So, and the fact that this person was named Serge, it's just so appropriate. So great.
Yeah. Oh God.
Anywho, Below Deck. What an episode. I'm loving this season. I love this season.
What a great season. It's one of the best seasons in a while of all the Below Decks, I think.
100%. And to me, this is an example of like Below Deck messiness that I enjoy versus Below Deck classic Below Deck where it was just so over the top and they were trying so hard. I was like, I don't care about any of these people. And we're focusing so much on them making out that we're not getting into the yacht stuff. I'm like, I need to have the yacht stuff as the foundation. So that way when they're messing up at their jobs, I can get upset more about the relationships that are happening after work, you know? And I think this one,
I think this is a nice balance. And also it's not just people like, I don't know. It's not like Love Island kind of hookups. This is this is just really gross. Like I don't know, all the feelings I'm getting from the actual hookups are like, they're not good. They're not sexy. You know what I mean? I like when they're real. Like when they're real, like when they're so real, it's like I don't want to imagine these people fucking. You know, like that kind of real. Like it's your friends. Like you want to know that your friends have a sexy, like a healthy sex life. I don't want to think about you fucking. You know what I mean? I just don't. I'm assuming you feel the same about me. And I want my TV people to be like that too. Unless it's something like Love Island where they're kind of porn. It's kind of like softcore porn where people I think watch that to watch hot people hook up. This is not that. I don't want that on Below Deck. I want like homely, well not homely, but you know what I mean? Normal people. It's like, you know, they smell like they worked all day. It just makes it so much more real. And then you're right, you know, the rest of it being in where it's not all about just hot people hooking up. I like
it. Now that being said, and what I did not like about this episode was I don't know if I agreed with the decision to strip Jenna of one of her stripes.
I completely disagreed with it. I was pissed. I'm still pissed.
I thought that was actually like really fucked up. Like, I think for sure she could get like a talking to, like, hey, just so you know, like this situation is distracting other people. But how many men have we watched for 10 years on all the Below Decks do all sorts of things that affect the crew all the time? Play women against each other, be fuck boys, screw around all the time. And like not even a slap on the wrist. And here, because these two fucking idiots, these man babies cannot handle this situation and they complain, they go and they make a mess to the captain over it. Like that now Jenna has to lose a stripe. I just think that's just like very retrograde. I did not like that at all.
That really pissed me off that it was the men going to the captain like wah, 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 and complaining when you guys have been doing this shit for this whole season. Like Eddie especially, to be whiny and like acting like such a victim. What a little prick that guy is. You know, and then Ben, you're 45 or something. Like you're disgusting. That this girl is like old enough to be your child and you're totally playing games as well. Now I'm not saying that she's not. I mean, this girl's a mess too, Jenna. But Jenna's a hilarious mess, and you know she's a big girl enough to handle it. I mean, technically the reason she got demoted was because of her drunken antics, I guess, but that wouldn't have happened had the guys not gone crying to the captain. And I don't like the captain. This captain of all the captains does nothing. He doesn't like to discipline anybody. He doesn't like to step in when there's a problem. He's always like, you guys handle it. You guys handle it. Unless it gets so bad that he has to step in. And this is when you choose to step in, when someone's dick has got its feelings hurt. You know, that says a lot about this fucking guy. And I didn't like this at all. I thought this was really gross. I thought it was really sexist. I didn't like that Daisy was playing into it either. I thought that was bullshit. Yeah. Especially because Daisy's walking around like literally so drunk she's falling down half of these episodes. You know, granted she's not having a fit and screaming, but she hasn't been like Miss Innocent either. And yeah, I didn't like this at all. I didn't like it at all. I
didn't like it. And I think that like Eddie he's bothering me more so than Ben. I understand that like he's definitely having like a mindfuck situation, but like the entitlement that he has, that he carries with him is just, to me, it's like, it's off the charts. And I think it's like, it speaks so much to like what I imagine women have to deal with all the time with these guys, all the time. And I mean, Ben was bad too, but I really think Eddie was worse because my memory, I watched this a few days ago. And so as we go through the notes, I'm obviously going to like probably like maybe pivot a little bit, but my memory was more that Ben went to the captain, which I don't think he should have done in the first place, but that Ben went and was kind of like, I need some advice on how to handle a situation. But Eddie was fully like, I'm going to quit over this. He was going to quit over this stupid situation. I was like, you are just so obnoxious. Like that, you feel like you were owed her, and because you didn't get her, you're so distraught that you're going to quit and leave everyone in the lurch. And now the captain has to do something. I just was so dismayed.
Well, I think Ben is just as bad. Ben is just older, and he's more charming and he's funnier, and so he gets off with it. You know, he gets away with it, I guess I should say. But he did the same exact thing.
Shitty.
He knows what he's doing when he goes to the chef, and he's like, "Oh, hey, bro, we just talk brother to brother, friend to friend." No, you're talking to your boss, and you know you're fucking talking to your boss. And going to some guy being like, "Can I ask your opinion on this 20-year-old I'm trying to fuck?" You know, is pretty weird. And I wish that Jason's advice would have been like, "Hi, why are you fucking 22-year-olds? You're an old man, and you need to like maybe not be doing that on my boat." Like, what the fuck? And why are you sleeping in the guest cabin every night with no sheets on the mattress? You know, the sheets aren't to protect you only. They're also to protect the mattress from your unhygienic, slimy ass getting all over the guests in the future. Like, what is going on this boat?
And not for nothing, Ben was also really shitty to Eddie. Not that I want to ever take up for Eddie, but like when Eddie was distraught and Ben's like, "My advice would be not to talk to her whatsoever." And so Eddie doesn't talk to her, and then Ben goes in and makes out with her. So like Ben, I'm not saying Ben was the better one and like is like some like saint in this situation. I'm just saying that like I thought of the two evils, I thought Eddie was actually even worse because I thought Eddie showed a lot of entitlement that really drove me nuts. But anyway,
well, I think what shows about Eddie that's really dangerous, and I think like a modern, you know, not to overplay it, but you know, is the modern thing, and I'm sure it's gone on forever, but we see it a lot in like modern social media and stuff. Of these incel guys just being like they deserve it, and if like somebody's not, they just assume they're going to get the hottest girl, and if they don't, then it's just like fuck her, you know, then it's like she's the ultimate enemy. Now Jenna was playing with his mind as well, but you started it. You were playing with her and saw no problem in it. And the fact that he can't see any of his behaviors and what she's doing, and then villainizing her to everybody on the boat. She didn't do that to him. She could have gone crying to the captain saying like, "This guy's really hurting my feelings and he's leading all these women on and doing all of this," and made the captain step in. But she didn't do it, you fucking wuss, you crying little baby. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of these fucking guys. I'm sick of it, you know?
Yeah.
And those guys are the most dangerous that act like the nice guys. And anytime you hear a guy who's like, "I'm a nice guy, I'm one of the good guys," it's so hard being one of the good guys. Do not trust that man. He's evil. I've never, ever met a good guy who said, "God, it's so rough being one of the good guys." Those are the incels. Stay away.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't have said it better myself, and I'm sure we will continue to say it even more as we get back to it later on.
This is our favorite season. Fuck all these people. I'm not goddamn called the police.
It was so good, though. It was so good, but I was so mad at him. I mean, like, he did it first. He poisoned the well, and then he's shocked when it happens to him. And by the way, he keeps forgetting the fact that she dumped him. You're not in a relationship with anymore, so stop acting like you're heartbroken and that you've been cheated on. You're not in any sort of relationship with her. She sent one flirty text. Was it a smart thing for her to do? No, but she sent one flirty text and that was it. And now you're acting as if like your bride just left you with the groom like the bride did for Ben. So he really has to get off of it. Like, I've had enough out of him.
Yeah, but Jenna's messy too. So like watching Jenna get her comeuppance, you know, with everybody like sharing texts and being like, "Oh, well, she's texting me and she's texting me." I loved that because that I was like, well, what do you think is going to happen, Jenna? You know, like, come on. But you know, taking it to the captain and then having it affect her job and stuff like that, I thought was really shitty. And then everyone else acting like, "Oh my God, she was so drunk and she acted so crazy." Like, you guys are all drunk idiots. And look at Ellie. Ellie was a maniac on that boat. Granted, she wasn't drunk, but isn't that even worse when you're like that sober?
She was
like
drunk.
she went running through the boat screaming and caused a huge ruckus with the captain. And she's going to get promoted next week, we see. So.
Yeah. And let's not overlook the fact that Eddie at one point sits down Jenna and is absolutely rude and condescending and obnoxious to her. Like, you may be annoyed that you felt like you were led astray, but like, you were not in a relationship with her. She does not deserve to be treated that way. And the fact that she sort of leaves that being like, "Well, I had to deserve that." Like, you don't deserve that. You messed up and you were being messy, but he was messy first. And you know what? Like, I think that he's been waiting for a chance to be able to throw it back in her face after she read him for filth earlier in the season. And you know what, Jenna? I just wish you never even indulged him in the first place. But now here we are. Let's rewind to a time before we knew any of this would happen, which is where we have Ben telling Jenna he just wants to be friends with her because it's now At this point, the text messages have been compared between Eddie and Ben. And Ben's like, you know what? I just want to be friends. How about that, sugar tits? That would be the one I would like the most. Eddie's my roommate. You sent him a message saying I'm regretting my decision. And she's like, no, I never said the word regret. He's like, oh, come on. Stop playing everyone. Toffee tits. Okay, you know what? I'd rather just walk away right now. I don't have time.
Yeah, and you didn't technically say regret, but I mean, you basically did. Like, let's not play semantics on this one. And so Jenna's like, "What the fuck, Eddie? Why are you shutting Ben up on the conversation?" So she's pissed, and then Eddie is talking to Barbie, and she's like, yeah, I think she toys with you, and at this point, you just gotta let it go. Barbie, you've been here 5 minutes. Like,
yeah,
you're
but like, it's also not the hardest read in the world.
It's not, but it's also like, okay, like I know that you're coming in here to like fight some Ellie battles, but like, give it a minute, you know? And I love that Barbie, I actually think it's funny that Barbie, you know, on the other hand, I think it's really funny that Barbie's like, you know what, fuck this girl, Jenna, I'm going to hit on Eddie. And then this is, you know, this is how she's doing it. She's like,
she gave me resting bitch
bad
face.
She is.
Yeah, that's why you never give someone like Barbie resting bitch face. You got to be really careful with it, okay? Because she can get you back, okay? So Joelle's like, by the way, I think you and I, it just feels a little different this time. Don't you agree, Daisy? Like, you know how many times I just want to get into your bed and just cuddle? Ha 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 ha. And Daisy's like, yes, of course. And that's what I want also. I mean, I don't mean to put this down on you, but this is all about me, okay? But meanwhile, Ben walks up and he comes over. He's like, hey, guys, can I come sit over with you, fellow HODs? Yes, of course, of course. Are you okay, Ben? Did you get left at the altar again? He's like, no, I'm obviously not. I'm not fucking fine, am I? Look, do you see a drink in my hand? How could I be in a good mood if I don't have a drink in my hand?
She's playing with me like a fucking cat. Like a cat. Oh, God. You're like an old cat playing with a tiny little, you know, out of the box, brand new toy. You're so gross. And it's not to say that, like, the older guys can't, it's not to say that older people can't date. What do you laugh? What did I say?
Old cats are allowed to play with new, fresh toys.
I know, but he's like, oh, she's playing with me. You're not the toy here. Okay, you're not the toy here.
You're
and
the
it's
cat.
not that older people can't date younger people. It's not like there's anything inherently gross with that. But like, you have to understand, there's like a maturity difference. You know.
No.
Oh,
I was just by the way, I was literally saying like old cats can play with fresh toys from the store. I had nothing to do with the dating. I was not taking it from a metaphorical level. I was being like justice for older cats. Yeah, I was purely talking about older cats. You're like, it's like an old cat playing with a fresh new toy. It's like, cat, you are over 9 years old. It's just a ball of string for you, and that's it.
Yeah, it's just him. Like, she's playing with you like a cat. No, you're not the fresh toy. No. You're the old cat.
Relax.
Okay, you're the old stinky cat that hasn't had his teeth brushed for, you know,
Your
God
Deuteronomy.
knows how long.
Your Deuteronomy.
Yes, your old cat Deuteronomy. So Daisy comes over and Jenna's just sulking and, you know, like kind of crying. And she's like, oh, stop it, Jenna. And then we go back to Ben and Joelle. And Ben's like, oh, I saw a message to Eddie. I can't stop looking at you, and I really regret breaking up with you. And I called her out on it because I was left at the altar. I've been betrayed by everyone I've ever known.
I'm more sensitive now. Do you not remember me crying in the hot tub? I'm being a little harsh on Jenna right now, but her texting Eddie today, meanwhile, she's flirting with me at the bar. I think it's kind of inappropriate. Oh, yes. Ben, the doyen of what is appropriate and inappropriate. Perfect. This is the man who has to have a jar in the kitchen for every time he calls Ellie, you know, licorice walls. Okay? So Ben is like...
Ben, whose like whole storyline has been sexual harassment in the workplace this season. It's like, yeah, that's kind of inappropriate. Ben, who knew his galley hand because he was jerking off to her Instagram photos before she even got on the boat. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, I don't have enough time in the fucking world to deal with the likes of that. Is that bad? He's always saying that. You literally have time. We saw you doing butterflies. You're doing snow angels in a lagoon earlier this season. You have time. Jeez.
So now we go back to Daisy and Jenna. She's like, you're thriving on the attention, which, by the way, I don't blame you. Get the attention where you can get it. And she's like, but I do like Ben's conversations, but I feel unfair. It's like, well, there's other people's feelings involved here, Jenna.
I know that. Do you want my advice? Stay the fuck away from the two of them. Yeah, whatever. So then I'm just like, I love Daisy. I love Daisy being in mom mode. It's like my favorite thing when she's like, all right, everyone shut up or I'm turning this lagoon around. We're going home. So she's
and also
like,
she's wasted, which is really funny. So she's like lecturing her, but she's like, yeah, not her both of them. Yeah. And Jenna just being wasted. This is why I can never hate Jenna. She's just so fucking funny, and her chaos is so funny. And Daisy's like, you want my advice? Meh. All right, stay away from shit.
Jenna has been double dipping in the attention pool from both Ben and Eddie, and Barbie shows up, makes Jenna feel insecure, and now she's in full self-destruct mode. The boys are sharing a cabin. You're my second stew. Pick a lane and fucking stay in it, because jealousy is not a cute look. Also, both those lanes are terrible. You might as well be choosing between two dirt roads that have 10 potholes in them. Good luck with your tires.
If those are your two lanes, stand in the middle of the highway and just let God figure it out.
Get into hang gliding, get off the road. So Jenna's like, well, no, Ben wants nothing to do with me. So whole situation's fucked. It's like, okay, well, tomorrow's a new day. God, good riddance. So now
instead
Jenna
of
goes
going
walking
over to make nice with anybody, I love this. Jenna, like at this point, what do? You know, Jenna's like, okay, everyone's turned against me. My text messages have been used against me. Do I go apologize to Ben? Do I go smooth it over? Nope. She goes right over to Eddie and she's like, how do you think y'all send my text messages to everybody?
It's like, no, I didn't. I said to Ben that you still felt feelings for me. I did not show him word for word the text. And then, of
Cut
course,
to
it's
him
a flashback
showing
of
him word for word the
literally,
text.
and he even says, let me show you the text. Let me read it for you. Here, I brought a projector from home. I knew this would finally come into use. Let me put the text on the wall. So Jenna's like,
yeah. Let me just get this straight. So Eddie, who was upset over somebody showing his personal text and got cried about it and got very, very sensitive about it, immediately goes and shows somebody's text and then lies about it. What a loser!
Yeah. And I think he feels entitled to be mopey because he actually developed feelings, and so therefore he wins an award because he developed feelings. So therefore he's entitled to also develop jealousy. So
well,
Jenna
we all
is
develop
like,
feelings, you know. Like, listen. Anyone would develop feelings if somebody like that far out of our league paid us any attention. You know what I mean? That girl is out of your league, sir. You are not entitled to whatever you like. Okay, you're not entitled. You're like a fucking stalker mentality. Someone who sees someone in a magazine is like, "That's mine." No, it's not.
Yeah.
Earn it.
Yeah. He has the looks and the personality of an inflatable T-Rex. I'll say it right there. So Jenna goes,
So,
He looks
so
like a Duck Dynasty, like young cousin or something that they have to baby.
he's like a bowling pin with a mustache. So Jenna's like,
I'm so fucking sick and tired of you showing my text.
he's like, oh, have I ever done that?
I'm done. I'm done.
It's like, okay. So she storms off, and then they get into cars, and it's awkward. So in one
Dorinda's
car
there.
is-
Dorinda's sitting in the van, and she's like, read it, say it, forget it, write it, regret it.
share it, compare it, wear it, put your nair on, also hair, got no care, Selma Blair, Blair from Facts of Life, who's your wife? I'm going to keep on going for the rest of my life, and life, those rhyme, it counts. And Jean.
So Jenna is still pissed off. So now we go to the vans, and Barbie's like, a weird night, not going to lie.
Weird night, I will lie. Imagine. So then it's like,
Listen,
Jenna's
I got to
pissed.
not be honest right now about this.
I've got to lie, guys. It was a great night. People should just invert it, see how it goes. So they get back to the boat.
The best was Ellie. She's like, I had fun.
Yeah, she had a great time because Jenna got it from all angles.
Ellie loved it.
Yeah. Oh, you're back. Why am I the only one having fun tonight? So now Jenna's crying in her room. She's like, what the fuck? And then Ben and Eddie are in their cabin, and Ben's like, well, I'm going to go to bed. And Eddie's like, well, I don't fucking blame you, bro. holy moly. She just goes, you fucking have so much shit. I'm like, holy fuck. And Ben goes, okay, you didn't fucking do shit, okay? You did a little bit, but not that much. And Eddie's like, well, what did I do? He's like, well, I'm sorry, mate. You might want to sit down. Well, what have I done? Well, she was playing me and stuff like that. And if we're gonna have a relationship together, and she was pissing me off so much, I said, why did you fucking send Eddie a text today? And then we see a flashback of that.
Yeah. And he's like, well, I'll be honest, I didn't even know that you two were a thing. That fucked me off. How did you not? You did know that they were a thing, though. Hasn't he seen them flirting and stuff? Because he was disgusted last week. He's like, really, Ben? Ew, gross. Like, what?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you did know. Why are you such a fucking compulsive liar, Eddie?
So then Ben goes, we're not a thing. I just kissed her on the lips. That's it. Maybe touched her vagina, inserted my willy into her dark regions, things like that. And he's like, what? When? Like a week ago. And then, of course, flashback to a week ago, and they show that scene of Jenna leaving Ben's room to go directly into Eddie's arms. Now, look, that was messy as hell. That was messy. But I am going to credit her that she, as soon as she was messy, she dumped Eddie. She realized she was being messy and was like, no more of this, dumping Eddie. And I credit her for at least acting quickly.
Okay, so back to present. Eddie's like, I need to talk to her. And Ben's like, no, you don't need to talk to us. Over. You never have to think about her again. Nor do I. One more betrayal under the rug. And he's like, but I feel bad for her. Oh, God, that's my problem. I'm just such a good person. You see, I see a weak, gorgeous woman, and I know that I have a way in. That's your problem. You want your fucking way in. Get out of here. You're not being a good person. You see somebody when they're down and drunk.
Okay, do not fucking go talk to her, messy mustache. You've been a wuss, dude. Do yourself a favor. If you're gonna say anything to her, say, I'm prepared to be your friend, but I'm over you. I'm moving on. How about this? Both of us pledge we will never, ever, ever talk to her again, nor shall we kiss her, especially within this first 24 hours of this discussion. Thank you
If
very
you
much.
say anything to her, you say, listen here, missy. You are a parking space, and I'm going to stand here and guard you until Ben wants to park in you. Might not make sense now, but it will later. All right.
So now Eddie's like, I'm going upstairs. I've done nothing wrong. It's like, okay. So now Jenna's crying to Batul. Batul's like, meow, 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 meow.
No, stop meowing at me. I'm
I heard
crying.
something on the boat about old cat. Do you know where it is? Because I love cats. Meow, meow.
Old cat, new toys.
Meow, meow. I love they just keep showing Batul walking around the boat going, meow, 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 meow. So cut to Joao, Alicia, Barbie, and Daisy in the bar. And Joao's like, what the fuck was that taxi ride? And they're like, oh my God, what happened? And Barbie's like, oh my God, Jenna's like staring at me. Like, oh my God, oh, she's so jealous of me.
So knock, knock, knock. Here comes Jenna on the boys' cabin.
Ben, can I talk? Yes, you can talk.
Ah,
I would love to continue things with you, but you've given me absolute... Continue things? Huh. Not so fast. Caramel kneecaps, because we have never even started. What are you talking about? Honestly, you know what? I don't even want to think about it. I don't have time for this. No time for Ben the Chef.
You don't give a fuck? He goes, yeah, I don't care. I'm here to do a job. So, then why the fuck you angry then? Why you fucking right now if you're not angry? Why are you right now?
I'm not
I'm
angry.
not angry though. I'm not though.
So what are you, freshman?
Listen, I'm trying to help Eddie out. You know, that's what I'm doing. You know, I'm here. I'm a boy's boy. I'm here to take care of the boys. All right? You need to get over your differences. All right, you and Eddie.
Oh, then get out of my way.
All right. Bye, everyone. Goodbye, Junior Mint Jaw. Goodbye.
I'm going to slam your door. Slam.
So she slams the door and is like,
What the hell?
and so now she's like, mumps.
Idiot.
So she goes upstairs. Now she's moping around, and everyone else in the main salon. And Barbie's like, wow, she's just a little bit sensitive, if I do say so myself. I'm like, Barbie, we've seen your season. Watch it. People in glass yachts shouldn't throw Pepsi cans.
And Alicia is asking Eddie what happened, and he's like, you come and tell me. Oh, they're having it out. Joanne's like, Jesus fucking Christ. So now Jenna's skipping through the crew mess, shouting,
You got a fucking job to do, Ben. What do I fucking do right at the end of the day? What do I do at the end of the day? You got nothing but all that.
And Barbie's like, oh my gosh, this is so scary. And Ben's in his room be like,
Don't fucking gaslight me.
and so Daisy's like, oh God, I'm so pissed about this whole situation.
Hannah, you need to listen to me.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. Stop this. Okay, you're both grounded. Go to your rooms.
I'm serious if I speak to a private about anything that I expect the whole world to know. Hey.
Jenna, please, Zim, calm down, please. Zim, calm down.
What do you want me to say, Joe?
Nettie's like, you're not understanding what I'm trying to say.
But I don't give a fuck right now. Shut up after that. I said, shut up.
So here comes Alicia. She's like, okay, now come to me. Let me help you. Here, come into my arms. Like,
You said my brother. For what reason? Who do you want? Alicia? Who do you want?
they're like, oh no. That was a low blow, Jenna, especially since you're torn with two guys right now. Stop that.
Alicia's like, damn, this makes me look like child's play. God.
I know, seriously.
This girl's messy. So they're trying to calm Jenna down. And Joelle's like, Jenna's actions right now are unsusceptible. Literally running up and down the main salon, slamming doors, screaming, shouting. It's becoming poisonous and toxic and uncontrollable. That stupid thundercut fitness.
Wow. Look at Jenna. She's drunk and like not in bed. It was like annoying. I would not have liked to have dealt with her because when people are messy like that, it's annoying, but like they're acting like she was like a hurricane knocking things over. So now Alicia goes to Eddie and she's like, how fucking dare she? I'm actually fucking sick of it. Throwing her fucking weight around, causing chaos between crew members. How is that acceptable?
Hi, did you see the first half of the season? It was you!
Yeah, we sat through endless episodes also of you and Mike bickering. So let's like calm down if you want to talk about people.
Yes, you were chapter 1 of this toxic mess, ma'am.
Yeah.
Let's not forget.
Yeah, it actually started there. It actually all started with you.
So now in the crew mess, Daisy has followed Jenna. And she's like, Jenna, cut the bullshit out. She's like, no, I'm going to bed now. I'm going to go to bed now. I'm going to bed. So she's like walking around slamming walls and doors and stuff.
Absolutely. Alicia's still mad. She's like, it's absolutely deplorable. You have no right to put your fucking fingers in pies that you're not even eating. And admittedly, you're not eating them because someone forgot to put the sugar in them when they made the pie. But that's an honest mistake. And that person was probably a very good person in the end of the day.
Well, you don't have right to put finger in pie that you are eating if you are eating pie under the idea that you are going to give someone a child.
Next time, if you put a finger into a pie, make sure you do it before you hand the pie to a trash can.
Next time you put your finger in a pie, make for sure you put a baby inside a lady. Merge genetics. That's what's like merge genetics meringue.
All right, Ellie, settle down in the kitchen. I don't have time for you to find your metaphors.
Sorry, it's taking me a little time.
That's all right, my Cadbury cubitus.
I get the bean.
So Daisy follows Jenna to bed, and Jenna's like,
I'm going to bed.
she's like threatening to go to bed, which is hilarious. Just like self-grounding. So then she goes in and locks the door. So Barbie's like, oh my God, it's like an insane asylum. Like, girl, I have a therapist for you. She'll do wonders. Which, of course, is reliant on us remembering that her mom is a therapist from a different franchise of Below Deck.
No, because remember, she came back and she's like, I'm better now, guys, because they showed the clip of Barbie going crazy on her season. She came back like, I'm great now, guys, but my therapist is really good. Barbie, we have seen no proof of this, okay? You don't get to, and I'm in, listen, I know this is Bravo. You go to therapy one time and suddenly you're healed and you get another season. It's called the Jax effect, but, you know. Jury's still out, Barbs.
Yeah, seriously.
Please, like anybody out there, any therapist, please just do me a favor. Don't fix Barbie. Leave Barbie the way she is. Don't fix her. Some things just don't need fixing.
No. So Daisy is trying to like go into the room, but since Jenna locked the door, she can't get in. And Daisy's like, Jenna, open the door. What the fuck is happening? Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. I was like, I love this version of Game of Thrones. So Daisy's mad. She doesn't like this.
But also leave her alone. You guys have been telling her to go to bed. She went to bed. Now what?
I know. What else? What else do you want?
Go away. So whatever, I'm not dealing with us. So now Barbie in Ellie's cabin. Barbie's like, are you okay? Barbie's like, are you okay? And she's like, what is even going on? Oh, Jenna, she's fucking crazy. Like, I'm done being on Eddie's team. Like, he does it to himself. I mean, you're chasing her around like a puppy. Like, figure your shit out, man. Jesus.
So then Ben and Elisa go to bed. And then now Daisy and Joao are in their cabin. And they're just on separate beds staring at each other. It was very Ingmar Bergman-esque. And Daisy's like, well, everything really kicked off tonight. It's like, it was insane. But other than everything else, I mean, this has been my favorite season because of you. Honest to God.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. We don't even get to focus on what a lying manipulator Joao is. Is anybody buying this Joao shit? This horse shit coming out of Joao? Like, oh, you are the one. When are we going to talk about our relationship? Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is my favorite season of all time because of you, Daisy. You're the best. And of course she falls. She's like, well, okay, I do like you. So Joel's like, I love it. You just compliment yourself all the time. And I laugh at my own jokes. In Zimbabwe, they call that Zim humor. So Daisy's like, well, you do laugh at your own jokes. And I love that I'm your favorite season. Well, I guess I'll get into your bed. Thank you for the compliment. I'm just a girl lying in front of a boy, asking him to put away his boner. Thank you.
I'm just a girl standing in a bookstore saying, people still read these things? They're so heavy.
Does anyone still wear a hat? So it's the next morning.
Whatever happened to hats? Where did the class go?
Here's to the ladies who stew. So Eddie, it's the morning. Eddie texts Jenna and says, can I come give you a hug? It's like, oh my God, bro. Come on, please. So she reads the text. She obviously is getting like instant ick, right? She sniffs her armpits and she's like, okay, armpits smell good enough. So this is actually great editing. Eddie gets out of he gets out of his room. She gets out of her room and you're like, okay, they're going to go hug in the hallway. Nope. She goes to the guest room and goes and finds Ben. I was like, oh my God.
So she goes in with his nasty sleeping on the bare mattress ass. And she's like, I don't want to fight with you, Ben. He's like, I don't want to fight with you either. It's all right. Listen, everyone just got a little emotional last night. That's all. Come on in. So she gets in bed with him and they're like cuddling up. And he's like, it was nice of you to come in here. It was really, really nice of you. She goes, of course, man. The last one I want to do is fight with you. The last thing I want to do. And we see Eddie walking through the hallways. Like, she's not in her room. I was trying to get her while she was vulnerable. What's
Eddie
happening?
Just said, can I give you a hug? And I don't know if she responded, but now he's just assumes he's now entitled to give her a hug. And not only that, he can just open up any door to find that hug because he said that he wants to give her a hug. So therefore it's going to happen. And also, by the way, him giving the hug is to bolster his image as the nice guy. So Ben and Jenna, of course, are in this room. And Ben's
I think he's 100% doing it because he feels like, oh, she's damaged, so now she'll take me. Now she's crying and everybody hates her. So now she'll take me. It's the typical thing. And then when she doesn't, it's like that thing. Like, you remember, I told this story when we were in New York for the first time for Crappens. I was at a crosswalk and there was this guy following a girl, like just being gross, this really cute girl. And he's following her. He's like, hey, baby. Hey, God, you're so pretty. God, you're so gorgeous. Yeah. And she was just ignoring him, staring straight ahead. And then the crosswalk changed and she walked and didn't pay him any attention. He goes, you're fucking fat anyway, fucking ugly bitch. That's how I feel. Eddie's one of those guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it doesn't get his way and immediately turns. Yeah.
I said something nice to you, so I'm entitled. That's a very like man thing to do. I say this as a man, by the way. So Ben is
Well,
like,
I wouldn't date me, to be fair. At least I'm as critical as myself. I'm disgusting as well. So there you go.
So, but by the way, this is also shitty of Ben because he literally told Eddie, if Eddie did have a shot, let's say Eddie had a window with Jenna where he could have gone up and been like, I'm sorry, I came out a little hot. I really like you. You could have, if he had been planning to do that last night and Ben was like, don't say anything, don't talk to her, whatever, we're both moving on. And then Ben is the one who is like now with Jenna making out with her. That's shitty right there. That's really, really shitty, even if it is to Eddie.
Yeah, I agree. So
Ben's like, oh, God, poor Eddie, right? She's like, yeah. Well, I just see him being very emotional for you. She's like, yeah, he needs to move on. Well, I've got him attached. I've got him attached somehow.
So meanwhile, Eddie's like searching the boat. Like, where's Jenna? Where is she?
Well, Eddie, I don't think he's strong enough to be with you.
Yeah, I need a dominant man. A man so I can be submissive. Yeah, I need to be submissive. I need a man who, in the morning when he's lying in bed, looks like a vulture that the zoo tranquilized to get it into a cage.
That's me.
So then they start making
That's
out.
what I'm saying now.
Yeah, well, called it. Called that one.
Just wanted to confirm. So Eddie is still looking for Jenna, ready to give a big old hug. And they make out, and then Ben just goes,
You're crazy, you're crazy. It's crazy. You're just so crazy. But all right, don't worry about that. That's not important. That silly man with the mustache, that VeggieTales character that somehow made his way onto this boat.
To think that right now we're here kissing on a mattress with no sheet on it. And in the future,
The
you're
yellow
going to
stain.
be a person I'm going on Instagram accusing of betraying me. God, what a story we'll have.
Anyway, I'm enjoying this moment. That won't be ruined by anything or anyone.
and then all of a sudden, Eddie just knocks and opens the door and pokes his
he
head
doesn't
in.
even knock. He just opens up and
Yeah,
walks in.
you're right.
Like,
He just opens it.
who does that?
What? What?
Who does?
Like,
It doesn't
it's
even
just-
matter what's going on the other side of the door. You have no right to be just barging into somebody's room. And it's not the first time he's done that either. He did that last week too. Who just barged into a girl's room when he was mad looking for Jenna. It was just like, oh, fuck her. You don't get to just
Yeah.
fucking barge your head into everybody's room. What's wrong with you?
You can't barge. Also, like, if she's not in her room, like, let's abort the hug quest. Him, like, going to every room to find her is honestly a little creepy, I personally think.
And
So Ben's
also
like,
going and
"Oh."
asking for hugs the night after you just fucked her over and she yelled at you for fucking her over. And you don't say sorry or anything. It's just like, can I come for a hug? No, you can't fucking come
Yeah.
hug me. Stop searching for me all over the boat.
And wait for her to say yes. Okay, it's fine. Honestly, if you want to ask, if you say, can I give you a hug? Fine. But if she doesn't respond, don't go like chasing her down. Just wait, be chill. It's just it's too weird. So then he walks in, and then Eddie sees this and goes, "Fuck off." Now the thing is this: if he meant fuck off towards Ben, fair. If he means it towards Jenna, that's not fair whatsoever. Like, why would you be mad at her when you're the one who mugged her off last night, who blew up her spot last night, who got mad at her last night? I mean, if anything, she was on her way back to you, and because you couldn't handle it, because you're so jealous and so insecure, you had to show Ben that text message instead of being chill. And now whatever shot you may have had back with her is completely destroyed. And now you're going to curse her out for it? No, it doesn't work that way. She's not with
Yeah,
you.
because he's not getting what he wants. He thinks he deserves it. So he walks in and just tells them both to fuck off. That's how I took it. And, stalks off. And Ben's like, oh, shit. She goes,
Is that Eddie? All I saw was a fist with a mullet.
That was Eddie, unfortunately.
So now Eddie walks downstairs. He's like, well, that's a kick in the teeth. It was your own fault. You went looking for something that I think on some level he knew, because why would he go into Ben's room? Quote unquote Ben's room, the guest room. Like on some level he was looking for that answer, and then he gets it, and then he's like, well, that's a kick in the teeth. Well, don't ask questions you don't want answers for.
don't go chasing waterfalls. Okay? You'll drown.
unless you want to shower in one, which would be recommended.
So now Eddie's on the deck talking to himself. He's like, "You're a mug, Eddie. You're an absolute idiot." Well, this is the first time I've agreed with Eddie this season. So now we go back to Ben and Jenna, and he's like, "All right, well, good chat, I guess." She goes,
Yeah, fantastic. Why?
So, all right, take care then. Oh, God, I slipped up here. God, I slipped up. It was bad. It was bad.
I've not been this messy ever, and I would never want to be treated how I treated Eddie right now. So I have to put my hands up, and I need to figure it out.
So then Jenna's like mumbling around, being like, I fucked up. So now Daisy and Joao are in bed. And Daisy's like, oh, God, last night sucked. Not a fun night. Not one single redeemable moment. One of the worst nights of my entire life. I can't think of anything that I was happy about doing last night. Rude. Zim rude.
So Alicia, Jenna, and Batul's cabin. Jenna's like,
I fucked up, Alicia.
she's like, "What did you do?"
Last night, I fucking made it World War III. It was World War III last night. Wait, have there been 3 World Wars or 2 World Wars? How many? What war are we on right now?
And then Ben and Jason are in the main salon. So Jason's like, all good. And he's like,
Well, not really, no. Can we go outside for a chat? Something like that? I want to do some undermining this morning.
alrighty. So then Eddie's on the dock. He's walked off the boat, by the way, and he's just sitting somewhere, contemplating life, thinking about his choices, wondering what to do. Because
Yeah.
my head's scrambled. What an idiot. Well, we can agree on that last point.
Yes, exactly. So then we go back to Ben and Jason, and Ben's like,
Well, so Eddie, I was giving him some advice yesterday, and I felt like Jenna was kind of playing both of us, but I may have kissed her this morning, and I really don't know how to handle it, like as a friend to Eddie. You understand what I'm saying? It's like taking a toy away from the baby, but the toy you stole is also a baby. It's like you stole a baby doll away from another baby. Does that make any sense? It's like, these things are hard, and, hard things are usually the best things to say. Take this, for example. Kumquat explosion. Say that 5 times and tell me that's not
Kumquat
great
explosion,
feeling.
kumquat explosion, kumquat explosion, kumquat
All right, it was
explosion,
easier for you.
kumquat
It was
explosion.
easier for you than it was for me. But for the first time I said it, it was really hard. But once I did it a few times, I felt really good.
Kumquat, kumquat. Well, you know what? That's okay, Captain Kumquat Cheeks.
All right, bean. I need a bean in the jar. All right.
All right, I'll let you put a bean in the jar, but I do feel somehow better after this weird, awkward conversation that we've had. I think I know what I'm going to do, which is let you take away a stripe from there. Okay, Godspeed, Captain.
So Eddie, meanwhile, Eddie returns to the deck. And then he walks up there, and then he sees Ben, and he's like, oh, he turns around. He's like, oh, because he just can't look at Ben, how he's been betrayed by Ben.
Yeah,
And so-
and he's like, "Oh, Addie. Oh, you can get fucked." Okay, so let me get this straight. So you were gonna go this morning and try and get with Jenna, but Ben beat you to it, so he's the asshole. What?
Right. It would have been okay for you. So
Right.
the last thing that Eddie heard was that Jenna and Ben were kissing, and that also Jenna had broken up with Eddie. But Eddie was going to go try to get with Jenna, and that would have been okay because that would have been virtuous because he felt something for Jenna. So therefore, he's entitled for this. And so if that hurt Ben, oh well, that's too bad because Eddie's feelings are pure. But now Ben does it before Eddie, and that's bad. That's the bad version.
Well, but you know
because,
what? Now that we say it, I guess I have to be fair. Not that I really go by that usually, but just to be fair, I guess because Eddie was like, "I don't want anything to do with Jenna from now on," But you should. Well, didn't he, or is that later when he says that? When
It's hard
he's
to
like,
know.
"I'm not going to do anything with Jenna. I don't want
You mean Ben?
anything with Jenna." Yeah.
Yeah.
He tells him at some point. I don't
he
know
should
if
be
he
mad
already
at
said
Ben
it.
for that. He should be mad at Ben for that. But I'm saying this is what you were saying, and I agree with it, which is that if you really drill down, Eddie going to get a hug from Jenna was ultimately to get back in Jenna's pants, and ultimately to do the thing that Ben did also. So it's kind of the same thing. But it is shitty because Ben is the one who told him explicitly, "Don't go after her. We're never talking to her again." And then he made out with her. So Ben is definitely the worst
Both
violator here. But
douchebags.
Eddie's intentions are not as pure as he's making them out to be. He's acting like a lovelorn, a prince who's been robbed of his princess, his bride. The evil witch has come and taken it away. The scarecrow has come along. And it's like, no, your intentions were just as shady as Ben's, except that Ben would also has the extra patina of bro code violation because he was the one who told you not to go after her. And then he went after her.
So Ben turns back to Jason. He's like, well, that didn't go very well. So Eddie's like, oh, I can't go anywhere on this boat. And Jason's like, I'll chat with him as well, if you don't mind. This is really where I excel. Now, actually doing something that matters in employee relations on this boat, never. But, if it's about girl problems, I'm in. It's Daddy Jason coming to the rescue.
Mm-hmm. So now we go to the main salon, and Jenna and Eddie cross paths. And Jenna's like, Eddie. And he's like, don't talk to me. Leave me alone, Jenna. It's like,
No, I don't want you to leave. I don't want to leave you alone.
well, I've asked you to go away. Please leave me alone. It's like, oh,
So now he walks off again. Oh, God, poor Eddie. He's like, I don't want to be here right now. My problem is that I sit there and I think I'm the recurring problem. You are. You are the recurring problem.
You are.
And for
Now
me
pick
to
up your
get back,
mop.
Yeah, for me to get back into the dating pool for the first time and have this happen so harshly to me just gives me a loss of faith. It's not fair. If this is the same thing that happened to you before, you are the problem. Okay, you get attached to people and then assume that because they've shown any interest in you at all, that they're going to be like the perfect little wife that you're going to take home to mom. And you start putting this whole personality on them and expecting all of this wifey shit from them. She did not give you that. No one agreed to that, Eddie.
She dumped you. Here's the other thing is that like normally in these situations, like she's stringing him along. She did string him along a little bit in the sense that she sent a flirty text, and that was a huge error on her part. But quite frankly, she dumped you. There is no relationship here. And the flirty text is negated because you did the same thing to her with Alicia. So you know the difference between a text that you really mean or versus a text that you send off because you just were horny in the moment. So it's all a wash to me. The point is she told you explicitly she does not want to continue with you. And you're still acting like, oh my God, this has happened to me again in the dating. I'm entered the dating pool and this has happened to me. No, nothing happened. She dumped you and she moved on to someone else. That's it. You have to move on.
Yeah, and as far as the stuff as her flirting, sending that text being like, well, I can't stop thinking of you and stuff. I can see how that would give somebody the idea of like, okay, well, maybe she does like me, and that would give him hope and that would raise his spirits or whatever. But then you saw what was happening last night. She got pissed at you for showing the text. You saw that she still has interest in Ben, and you're acting like you've been together for 10 years. Even if she did hurt you, you guys have been together for you've been in each other's life for 5 minutes. Like you can't act like this. This is psycho behavior.
Now would be a good time to remind everyone that actually like the root of all this, which is so evil genius, is Ellie, because it was Ellie who started this. Everything, Ben and Jenna, everything was going swimmingly. Ellie plants the seed with Ben that Jenna is making out with Joao because she's mad at Joao, and Jenna and Joao were just having a conversation. Ellie plants the seed. Ben pulls back out of paranoia. Jenna gets upset. And then the way Jenna handles it is that she sends a flirty text to Eddie. And then it all explodes from there. But like ultimately, if you really want to trace back this series of events,
Ellie
it starts with
You're
Ellie.
right.
It's kind of amazing.
Emmy. Okay? Emmy
It's
on
like the
way.
best soap opera.
I think she deserves an Emmy for this. I think she deserves to not even be made sous chef. She deserves to be made the chef, and I want her to cook herself an Emmy cake. Because
I know.
was gold.
Like, if you drill down the way, like, if we sort of like right now we are really like on one because it's fun. But like, if you just like take this show for what it is, which is like a silly soap, I mean, this is what I tuned in for revenge for. Like, Ellie is basically Madeline Stowe right now. Like, Madeline Stowe just inserted a little rumor, and now we're on like episode 4 or 5 of that rumor, and it's just spiraling out of control. A car's gonna go off a cliff soon. Someone's gonna get murdered.
Well, she would be
It's
the Emily
it's
Van
wonderful.
Camp of that show, right?
Well, Emily Van Camp, yes, would start rumors and like hurt people, but I kind of feel like this was
because she was
I
like
feel
the
like Ellie is
Count of
Madeline
Monte
Stowe.
Cristo.
I feel like I feel like Madeline, like Ellie's Madeline Stowe to me.
You know that Revenge is based on the Count of Monte Cristo, right?
I do know that.
Did you know that? Well, I had never read that. And they just
I never
came out
read
with
it.
they just came out with a mini series. Well, not just I just watched it, so it was out new to me, but it's newish on BBC. And I just watched it all because I loved Revenge so much, and it was decent. It was pretty good, but man, Revenge was better. It just needs to be done with women. You know, watching the men be like, "Oh, you've taken my honor." It's like, who cares? Shut up! Stop your whining. But when it was Emily Van Camp and Madeline Stowe, fuck yes, that's the way to do it, right there.
Also, like, how many episodes can you watch of people counting sandwiches? It's like, okay, there's like 12 Monte Cristos there. Like, no big deal.
So now Daisy is complimenting Barbie on the laundry. It's amazing.
And didn't you have fun last night? Usually it's more fun, but Jenna massively fucked it up. But so did the boys, you know. What are they, fucking stupid? I mean, yeah, she pit the two of them against each other. Well, fucking open your eyes, you dumb boys. I think it was really over the top from all parts of them.
Barbie's like, yeah, way too much. I'm just happy I can come onto the show at the end here and just stir the pot just in a little bit, the little way that I can. So now we see Jason. He goes up to Eddie. Eddie is sitting there sulking on the deck instead of working. Okay. Meanwhile, Petula's there meowing her way across the deck, cleaning everything, making it spick and span. And this guy, Eddie, is moping around, and he's going to get all the credit, you know, for being a great deckhand. And Jason's like, so you want to have a chat? Do you like the smell of sandalwood? And Eddie's like, Captain, I just don't know if I want to be here anymore. It's like, really? It's like, yeah, I've not felt like such an idiot before in my life. I'm like, well, if it's any consolation, you probably have been such an idiot before. It's just now the first time you're feeling it.
It hasn't been pointed out to you so clearly, maybe. Maybe that.
I know.
Yeah, I know it hurts. Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
Here's where you're being an idiot, is talking to the captain about this stupid situation. Okay, this is where you should feel like the biggest idiot.
Well, I've just been royally mugged off, mate. I've messed up and I've had bad relationships, you know. I would love to be with someone, I really would. But when you look for it, if it's hard, it's not right. And if it's not hard, you might need to take a pill. And if you take the pill, make sure you're ready for it to get hard and stay hard, because it doesn't go down for 6 hours. And if you're wearing a kimono, that can be very uncomfortable. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think so. Can I have a hug? I'm just really trying to get this hug out of my system. Is that okay?
Just a warning, it is hard, and I did take a pill. All right, get over here. Get over here.
So they hug, and Eddie's like, you know, growing up without much of a father figure, and Jason offering me support and guidance, telling me to get my head into work, which is a big ask because I got a very large head, that put an emotion into it. You know, it just was brilliant, and it's just what I needed to hear.
So Batul comes out, and Jason's like, we're doing hugs today, and he gives her a big hug. And it's like, meow. So Ben and Joao are in the stairwell, and Ben's like,
Hi, I made out with Jenna this morning. And then he saw some men together. Oh, God. Oh, God.
And Joao's like, oh, okay, come, let's talk about this. Okay. So they walk in the main salon just as Jenna walks in. She's like, no. It's okay. I'll come back. So Joao goes downstairs, and Jenna's like, did you talk with Eddie, Ben? And he's like,
No, I haven't. He's kind of giving me the cold shoulder.
so then
messy ass Joao goes right down to the mess with Daisy and Alicia, and he's like, what the fuck? I literally just spoke to Ben, and Ben said I kissed Jenna this morning, and then Eddie walks in to find Jenna and Ben in the room.
Daisy's like, what? I was like, yes, he said I kissed Jenna this morning, and I feel bad.
That is a fucking messy move. When the second stew is causing trouble in every single department, that becomes my problem. Because the next charter is going to be a shit show if deck interior and the galley are all fighting.
Well, it's a head of department right now causing problems because he's going around gossiping, first of all. And it's the other head of department that's making out with the girl in the bed. Why are you blaming Jenna?
Yeah, and again, let's not act like heads of departments have not done this all the time to women without
the head of department shouldn't be fucking their underlings either. If we want to
there's
get like
that.
crazy with ER, like why are you suddenly so defensive over this? But you're not like, hey, maybe this 43-year-old like head of department shouldn't be banging my 22-year-old Stu. Like,
Or maybe these guys should just learn to keep their personal life like out of their business life. So if they are feeling a certain sort of way, they don't have to go crying to the captain about it. And now like Jenna's become like the problem child. She's messy as hell. And again, she should get like a certain talking to from her supervisors to be like, you're like what you're doing here, focus on your job, because right now this is turning into a distraction. And on top of that, that should be said to all three of them. Be like, guys, keep it in your pants. None of you are allowed to hook up with no more hooking up for any of you guys. Focus on your work.
yeah, I think if Daisy was like, listen, they're all letting, you know, their private lives get involved in their work life, and this is fucked up, and we need to have a meeting with all of them and say, this is fucked up. You guys are letting your personal lives mess up my boat. Okay, that's fine. But being like, Jenna, this is Jenna. No. Jenna was the one last night when drunk who had a fit, but it's today the men who are walking around causing the trouble. Ben made out with her this morning, and Eddie's over there crying and getting hugs from the chef and threatening to quit. So please, I can't. I was shocked on this one with Daisy. I was really disappointed in this. I did not like this at all, especially when she's cuddling up to one of the biggest misogynists we've ever seen on this show, which is Joao. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I did not like that. So Joao walks into the galley while Ben's there, and Ben's like,
You know how Eddie is emotional and all that? I feel like Jenna's tried to break it off with him many times.
and Joao's like, yes, but also not. Bear in mind. Like, so Ben's like,
Really?
Yeah, and really, Joao, coming from you, the one who could not break anything off with Ellie for like weeks.
yeah, exactly. So Ben's like,
Well, I was doing really well right up until she put those fucking pajamas on.
stop it. Yeah, I think that counts as a bean. That noise is a bean.
Men really cannot help themselves, you guys. You
Yeah.
wear sexy.
Oh,
men can't help themselves. Those sexy pajamas. It's her fault. Classic.
So then Jenna tells Batul that she fucked up. So Batul tells us, Eddie, I'm sorry, but what I remember is that you did a really similar thing with Alicia. It's like, I'm glad someone mentioned it on the show, because I know we were all watching this and clocking that. Like, you went and you were going after Alicia. Alicia said, I've got a boyfriend. So you went after Jenna almost like as a revenge tactic. And then Alicia got messy. And then you said, like, I would drop Jenna in a second to be with you. Sorry, you laid a bad foundation for this relationship. She was never going to take you seriously after that. She was horny. She wanted to cuddle. She got what she needed from it. She wasn't going to get anything more serious because you already signaled to her through this text escapade that you were not a serious person. To quote the dad from Succession, you are not serious people. Okay, so move on.
Yeah. But Batul's the best. She's like, karma's a bitch. Yes, Batul for every season. So Alicia walks in and she's like, did you kiss Ben this morning, Jenna? And she goes, yeah. She goes, fair. So Jason radios Ben, Daisy, and Joao for the preference sheet meeting. And meanwhile, Alicia and Barbie are gossiping. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe Jenna kissed Ben. It's like, that's crazy. All right, pref sheet meeting. Charter 8. All right, guys, here we are. James, a landscape and floral designer, as well as his partner Kai, simply can't wait to create lifelong memories with their best friends. Let's go see what they're doing in the city.
James and Garrett. It's this employee and charter guest. So James is like, yeah, we're getting ready to go on this boat trip on the yacht, but I want to talk about this Turks and Caicos thing. So anyway, he tells us that he has worked for billionaires and really nitpicky, needy clients. Nitpicky pains in the asses like Pamela Anderson and Zooey Deschanel and Neil Patrick Harris and Natasha Lyonne. Fair. Those picky bastards.
I mean, Natasha Lyonne, my guys are at her house right now, actually. Hey, can we get Natasha on the phone? Just kidding. She's so nitpicky and needy. Oh, my God. Can we get a billionaire? Is Ross Perot still alive? Call him. I'd love to hear how he liked that grass I cut for him last year. That was a real bitch.
We spent 6 weeks turning her shrubs and her hedges into a topiary. And then she said, guys, that was my bangs. Oh my God, she did not appreciate that.
She got really upset when I put makeup on one of her bushes. She said, we don't do that anymore. All right.
So James is basically saying, I just hope I'm not over the Caribbean by the time we get on the yacht because I'm always there. And Kai's like, oh, yes, darling, I hope you're not over the Caribbean. Darling, by the time you get on your yacht, darling.
Yeah, I'm glad he called him out for acting like such an idiot. Because he's like, oh, God, I'm just so rich and famous. This is insane. I know Pamela Anderson. I was like, shut up. Just get on your discount boat, sir, who's paying for 5 minutes on Bravo. Your Groupon half-price boat, please.
Yeah, welcome back to Bravo. Here's your lounger. So,
you got fired from this network, and now you're paying to come back. You're embarrassing, sir. Okay.
We're so mad at him. He's like perfectly fine. Like it's just not.
He came off really snotty in this to me, so I'm giving it to him. But the rest of it,
he was.
fine.
Yeah, I mean, he was fine, but it was sort of funny. He's like, yeah, nitpicky Zoe Deschanel. So Jason is like,
I also like that he went from billionaires. He's like, I work with billionaires. Pamela Anderson has done a movie in 3 years. Or in 30 years. Zooey Deschanel, Neil Patrick Harris, Natasha Leone. Yeah.
We made a flower bed in Neil Patrick Harris's backyard that looks like the computer he typed on the opening credits for Doogie Howser. Yeah, I'm that good.
So back to present. Jason's like, yeah, they're bringing along their friends. Mark, Sam, Garrett, Andrew, Ashley, and Courtney. All right.
And they all look exactly the same.
More suburban names.
I know. They all will have beards and have the exact same face.
Is there a Hillary in the mix? No, the only shock on this list of names. All right.
So they're going to have a Garden of Adam party. And that's fun because, he's a landscaper. So there's going to be a garden themed. You guys see what this works on so many levels. So now Jenna's mumbling along. She's like,
That's so nice that they're doing a Garden of Adam party. The same episode we're blaming the woman for everything.
Yeah.
That's what they did to Eve. They're like, oh, fucking Eve. All of sin is Eve's fault because she ate an apple. Adam was just tricked into it. Just poor, innocent little Adam, Mm-hmm. They made Eve out of his rib, and then look what a hussy she turned out to be. Ruined humanity forever. And it's on the same episode that we're going to blame the 22-year-old drunk girl for all of the pig men on this boat.
Right. When the pig men had a full choice to deny the apple. Because, where did the apple come from? You know where the apple came from. Adam. Come on.
Where did Eve come from? She came from Adam's rib. Why aren't we blaming his defective-ass rib?
Yeah. Why doesn't he have more sauce
Bible.
for Eve? Yeah. So anyway, preference sheet meeting ends, and Jason radios Daisy. And he's like, all right, what happened last night? And would you like to wear a kimono for this meeting? Well, last night sucked. It was not a fun night. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night and you've got a big sweaty arm wrapped around your clavicle? That was my experience. No, I don't care about how you actually slept. Tell me about what other stuff happened. Oh, all right. Well, I don't know. There was a lot of hooking up. Well, Ben spoke to me this morning, and then Eddie was about to leave, and I don't know the context of any of it. Actually, I do. I know there's a girl at fault, so please tell me everything.
Well, that's crazy. So you've talked to both of the men, so why don't you talk to the woman?
Great
Wouldn't that, what a crazy thought. So Daisy's like, well, it was wild. Everyone but Jana was trying to de-escalate the situation, and she was climbing over furniture, slamming doors, and screaming at Eddie, and I fucking told Jana, I said, stay away from them. Just stay away. But she couldn't help herself, and she played the two of them against each other, and it ruined everyone's night. We had a whole night by ourselves in this town where nobody lives or visits. It was crazy. All of the nobody that they disturbed. It was crazy. Like every single person that's involved.
Did Jenna ruin the night for everyone, or did the guys' reactions ruin the night for everyone? So Jason is like, well, I can't believe what I'm hearing from Daisy right now. Jenna has been a solid second stewardess, very professional. And what I'm hearing is, well, it's leaving me in shock. She flirted with a guy and then made out with another guy. That's just unacceptable. If Eddie left, we're left with only 2 crew members on deck. And I cannot run a vessel with 2 crew left down, okay? One night of drunken petty drama, that could threaten the whole season. I mean, God forbid someone says to Eddie, get your head in the game. I can't believe you're thinking about leaving all of us because you're so emotional about a girl who flirted with you. But no. It's Jenna. If Jenna
it just
toyed
makes
with
me
him,
crazy because Jenna was really messy and ridiculous. It's just making me crazy that she's getting all the blame. And sir, you just said Jenna has been a solid second stewardess, very professional. That's it. That's all that matters. That's all you should give a shit. You shouldn't get to go run around and, hound them for their private lives. And if anything, just say, leave your private life out of work. This is crazy to me. I hate this turn.
I hate it too. I really hate it.
Obviously, I'm like screaming
also,
and yelling.
Because also like Jenna was really, really messy, and I would have also really have enjoyed just like making fun of her being so messy. But I just feel like there's bigger fish to fry, So Jason's like, this will happen again because women be women, women be shopping,
But
And
it also is, I'm so sorry.
Yes, no. I'm ready to. I can pause my anti-woman tirade.
You're making a joke, and then I'm still getting too mad. Also, it's pissing me off with Daisy because Daisy is like with Joao, but look how Joao was so messy. Joao was clearly flirting with Ellie. Even Daisy was like could see that he was clearly leading Ellie on, and then playing her and Daisy at the same time, and then flirting with Daisy while he was like still leading Ellie on and all of this, and that was fine. She didn't have to go to the captain about that, but now it's a problem, Now, granted, Joao wasn't slamming doors and like having a drunken fit like Jenna did, so there is that difference. But otherwise, his behavior wasn't much different. So I don't like this whole like she's playing everybody against each other when he just did the same thing and he's fine enough for you to date.
Let me tell you something about this drunken fit. Like she was being annoying and she's being petulant, and she was just being a little brat when she was drunk for sure. But like when they keep bringing this up, it's like maybe like this is the basis. Now this is where it becomes a professional issue. No, this is just some tenuous thing that you can hang this decision onto, so that way you don't feel like you're being a chauvinist pig. But actually, this is not a demotable offense. People have done just so much worse than the way she acted. I'm sure if we went back in this season, we could find many more obnoxious acts that were committed by people drunk on this boat, but like they're just like grasping at some things that way it legitimizes their claim that she should be demoted.
Well, specifically Eddie hitting walls and beds and stuff when he was upset, which I guess not everybody saw, to be fair. Or Alicia fighting with Mike drunkenly, or Daisy getting pissed at people drunkenly and stumbling all over. I mean, they're all a bunch of drunk idiots on this show. So to hold that against somebody is crazy. If she did that shit when she was sober, I think they could have more of an. If she was still doing it today, you know what I mean? Like if she woke up and she continued, okay. But I think that there should be kind of a forgivable offense on Below Deck where they encourage you to get shit-faced every single night that you're off after working 16-hour days,
Yeah, I think so. So anywho, Jason's like, it's gonna happen again and again and again. Okay, I don't want to penalize someone, and I don't like getting involved in personal stuff, but it's affecting the crew, so leave it with me. Oh, all right, Captain Jason. So now Joao is, by the way, Daisy, I would like to ask if you and I could go for a glass of Zinfandel, because I feel like we don't actually get a chance to be by ourselves very often.
And I love that Daisy's, just the turn of phrase made me laugh because she's like, yeah, I'll go for a drink. But it's not like, yeah, I'll go spend some time with you. It's like, yeah, I'll drink. Just show me the drink.
Very drunk?
I'm going to have to listen to this bullshit from you and pretend that I'm really into you for another 10 minutes. Fine. Let's do it. Just make it a bar. So now Barbie and Ellie are talking, and Ellie's asking what's going on. And she's like, oh my God, what's with the kiss, bro? She's like,
it's like she wants the guy that doesn't want her. It's diabolical.
Hi, Ellie. Have you watched your seasons?
How's that cheesecake coming along?
It's literally your storyline for 3 seasons straight, but okay.
Yeah.
So now Ben and Eddie, oh, sorry.
Yeah, Ben and Eddie are on the deck. And Ben's like,
Eddie, would you be available for a chat? I just wanted to sit you down and say something. Look, I let myself down, man. I let you down, and I probably let Jenna down. The only thing that has not been let down is my boner. Still up with those pajamas. Wowie wow. Anyway.
But to be fair, my boner never gets completely up either. So you can't really get mad at it, can you? All right, now look, this is my weakness, all right?
Wine? No. Cocaine? Well, no. Girls? Oh. Really thought you had more of a problem with wine and cocaine, but all right. I'll go down this path with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's like, I'll be honest. I think you're a massive prick.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And I'm just going to fucking stay away from you, both of you two.
Okay, and could I just ask you to put yourself in my shoes for a second? No, Ben.
No one wants to be in
No.
your sweaty crotch,
No.
weirdo.
Yeah, this is not the time to ask for empathy like that. No, sir.
And he's like, nope, I'm just going to leave the conversation there because I've fucking had enough. That's it. So he gets up to leave like he's just lost his wife of 20 years to somebody.
I respect that. I respect you, man. I'm not sure what's going on with your hair, but I still respect you despite that, and I want you to remember that.
And he's like, well, it's just a one-way street there. Ha! So he's like, motherfucker. So he stomps away, all angry. Now Daisy and Joelle go off to the beach to go have their date. And Joelle's like, can I ask a favor? No work. No. I promise I won't talk about work. I'm talking about the full moon. So here's funny thing with the full moon. If the full moon, let's say, we're interested in the sun, but then Saturn came along and it sent a text to Saturn, but then it still woke up the next morning and hung out with the sun. Are we talking about work? No, we're talking about the full moon. The full moon.
No, we're not talking about work. We're talking about the moon. Look at the moon. Look how gorgeous it is. But if you stare at it, doesn't it look kind of dirty? Someone should really wipe that down. I can see holes on it.
You know what's funny is that moon had someone to help it go around the earth. I think we'd call it a moon's assistant, not a Sue Moon. Am I right?
So they high five, and he's like, Daisy can be hot and cold with me, and it's tough because, there's something there, and I want to know if what I feel, she feels too. You don't feel anything. I do not believe for 1 second that you feel anything for Daisy, and I believe even less that Daisy feels anything for you. I'm not buying it from either one of you, sir. You are on a fix your reputation season, and I'm not buying it.
It's an FYR season, okay?
Yeah.
So now we see, now Eddie is doing the healthiest thing, which is that he's turned essentially to the manosphere. He's listening to a podcast or something that's like, sometimes women pull away when things are good. They want to see if you're needy. Okay, so
yeah, you need
enjoy
to listen
your
to this.
Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah, no kidding. You need to listen to this podcast, sir, okay? Sometimes women pull away when you're fucking creepy and gross. So stop being creepy and gross, okay?
Yeah, sometimes women pull away when they see you have no major ambitions in life and they want something better for themselves. That's usually when they pull away too.
Jeez. Sometimes when women pull away, it's because you're doing something pull-awayable, okay?
I know. They want to see if you're needy. By the way, if this person, what they're saying is true, then guess what? You have also failed that test.
How about you listen
You have
to a
proven
podcast?
that you are needy.
Yeah, how about you? Yeah, exactly. You're going to a podcast because you're so needy. How about you listen to a podcast called Be the Kind of Person That Women Don't Want to Pull Away From?
How about, what would be a great podcast that you should listen to? It's called How to Pick Up a Chamois and Get Back to Work.
Yeah, do that. Listen to that. So we go back to Joelle and Daisy, and he's like, oh, so friend at the end of this? What are we?
What are you? You've kissed once.
I know.
What's wrong with
where-
people on this show?
Where do you think we stand? Well, we're more than friends, and I do like the Zim cuddles. It's just like, okay, well, did you say it was the best thing that ever happened to you? This is still the best season you've ever had. Were you serious about that? It's like, yeah. Well, my only ask is that how you are with me, you are consistently. In the morning, it's like nothing happened, and that's the difference. I'm like, okay, so you give her all the love, but here come the notes, the unsolicited notes. She doesn't have to be anyway with you, Joelle. You're the one who was begging for her to cuddle with you, and now you want to give her notes on the performance? Get what
But
you
also,
can get.
if you're really thinking about it, she's nice to you at night because she's drinking. You know what I mean? She gets drunk and she gets flirty with you. In the daytime, she doesn't feel the same. I think that's when you need to look inward and not asking her while she's drinking. You need to ask her the stuff like sober. Like, do you even like me sober? She doesn't.
Yeah. I also feel like in the morning, it's like if you're chief stew on the shit show, you're thinking, okay, gotta wake up, gotta deal with all these idiots. And it's like, maybe you're not feeling the most affectionate in that moment.
Yeah. So he's like, I just can't have distrust. Or maybe I trust him, maybe I don't. This will break us. This will break us. And she's like, well, I've got a lot of walls up, and they're completely warranted walls. They're douchebag walls. And, it's not easy for me. I've had 700 boat romances, and none of them ended well. And so I'm just having my own inner conflict, because let's face it, you're Joao. It's like we've all seen your seasons. She knows that she dates douchebags, and you're another douchebag in a long line of douchebags, and she knows how this is going to end. And now you're giving her the same lines that every douchebag gives her.
Yeah. So he's like, well, and I respect that, and I'm at your pace, even if it's for the next 5 days. I'm at your pace. And at the end of the day, I'm more so scared of losing whatever we have. I'm like, you have nothing. You cuddle at night. That's all you have. And she's like, well, I do really like you, even if I'm cold. I love how affectionate you are with me. It's sweet. It's endearing. And I'm glad you invited me for a drink. And I also appreciate that you're paying for this, right? Thank you so much. Get the bill.
I loved this because she was like, yeah, well, I like how affectionate you are with me. She wasn't like, I really like you. And I really like this about you. And I like that about you. She's like, I like that you give me attention. Thanks for the drink. Can we go? And that moon really needs to get cleaned. It is spotty from here.
It's now the next morning, 4 hours until the charter, and Barbie's asking Ellie how she slept, and Barbie's like, I love you and your energy and your work ethic and your hair. The list goes on and on. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Now say something nice about me.
You like my hair. That's nice.
Yes, you don't like Joelle. That's nice too.
So we go to Ben and Eddie's, and Eddie's like, in their room, and Eddie's like, I realized the other day when I completely, I was obviously in an emotional spot, and we've both been screwed over by the same person. So I just want to check that you're okay.
Wait, did Jenna screw Eddie over? How did Jenna screw Eddie over? She dumped him when she saw that it wasn't right. She sent him a text. And then what? Where was the screwing over? Where were the promises that were made? What was the relation? Where was the cheating? Where was the screwing over? Because I don't see it personally.
Ben's like, I'm so sorry you've had to go through all of this. I don't intend to pursue her any further.
Okay, this is when he does it.
I don't intend to pursue her any further, okay?
And he's like, right. So now Daisy walks past Joao and smiles at him. He's like, what does that smile mean? Is that a smile of trust? Can I trust you? Is that a consistent smile?
No, it's just your goddamn morning smile that you basically sorted out of me for a free drink. Enjoy it while it lasts.
So now Jenna and Eddie are sitting on the deck, and she's like,
I don't know where to begin.
he's like, look, I'm just going to cut in front now. Got the charter today. I just want to put my best foot forward in the rest of the season. Yesterday you didn't deserve my...
I didn't deserve your time.
I'm talking right now. My entire season has been completely emotionally manipulated. Oh, God, I hate him. I hate
this
you.
This is crazy.
You did this shit for the first 3 weeks. Oh, I hate him.
This is crazy that he would even see it this way. Emotionally manipulated. You pursued her, and you pursued her hard. First, you pursued her just as a way to get Alicia jealous. And then when you realized there was no future for you and Alicia, then you decided to pursue her just to pursue her, and now you're feeling manipulated because she finally gave up and gave
again.
in.
Then you pursued Alicia again.
Right, and then Jenna finally gives in and then says, you know what, this isn't for me. She moves on. She tells you straight up she doesn't want anything with you, which is about as upfront as can be. That's actually not a manipulation. She's messy with you. I can see how that can feel like manipulation. But for you to say the entire season has been emotionally manipulated, the way that you have made yourself the victim in your own story is so obscene and so crazy. I do not trust this man for one iota. Any story he tells, but never trust.
Yeah, he's gross. So Jenna's crying, and Batul comforts her, and she's like, I fucked up, Batul. She's like, I know, sometimes we all fuck up. Ruff, ruff. You see, even me. Give it time.
Meow. See? I'll bet you.
I'm back.
So 1 hour
Batul is
until...
back.
Yeah, so now Daisy comes in and tells Ben, like, can we have lunch at 11? It's really fucked with our day. Thanks. So Ben's like,
Oh, wow. So this is why she annoys me a little bit. If crew food doesn't fit with my priorities, then guess what? Crew food's later. Don't be a dick to someone just as the charter's starting.
I'm like, she has to tell you that because you're disorganized. But of course, Ellie's like,
Yes, they can eat Lucky Charms. I said what I said and I'll say it again.
These two.
I know you will. That's what I love about you. A true galley soldier, you little dipstick diaphragm. Oh, bean. Bean.
So now Jason calls up Daisy to wherever he is. And he's like, well, I've got a second stewardess that created a shitstorm. A man is upset, and we just can't have that on this boat.
A man is feeling things. Men should never feel things during the work hours, all right? Let's stone a bitch, all right?
Well, what Jenna did, I've already lost my shit. It's not cool. It's never going to happen again. And I told her to stay away from them. And they all had a part to play, including Eddie. And I understand that they're all hurting in some way, but everybody else had to get dragged into their mess. And I agree, that's not how a second stew should behave. Oh,
But
well,
what
I
I'm
agree
saying
too.
is someone, going out causing issues, jumping on couches, slamming doors. That's not second stewardess behavior. It's immaturity on her end. And, this happened off charter, but it starts to affect the crew, and I have to step in. Since when? Since fucking when? You don't ever step in. Give me a fucking... you don't step in unless someone is threatening to set this boat on fire or until they barge into your bridge and force you to step in.
Yeah, he's like, I just want this to be a lesson learned from her. I'm just going to take away his stripes. That's an option. It's not a demotion. It's a lesson. I'm like, it's literally a demotion. You're going from 2 stripes to 1 stripes. That is going down in the hierarchy. He's like, we've rolled through the punches all season long. We've reprimanded Ellie. We've let Mike go. I've even scolded Ben in front of crew. I'm at my wit's end. And although I'm upset at the whole team, Jenna's behavior last night put her at the epicenter of my decision I have to make. So I'm going to take a stripe away from her. I can't fire her because I've been told by HR that would be slut shaming. So instead, no stripey for Miss Jenna.
So now Eddie's still talking to himself, and he's like, you played with my emotions. You are unstable. So Daisy finds Jenna, and she brings her to the bridge. And Eddie's like, you need to toughen up, Buttercup. That's what you got for being a good guy.
Oh, God.
So Jason calls her up there, and he's like, all right, I don't like getting involved in personal stuff, but the last 24 hours I've had 2 people come to me with concerns. We nearly lost Ed. That's his name I've given him now that I'm his father. I feel he needs to man up a bit, so he's Ed now. Now, I'm not penalizing you. I want you to look at this as penicilizing you. All right? Now, I want you to learn, so I'm going to take away your role as second stewardess. She's like, okay.
I guess I gotta take responsibility.
It's like, well, it had to be done. It literally did not have to be done. So now Jenna's crying.
Also, everything's fine today. So it's like...
everything. That's the other thing. These guys make all this whole, oh my God, this whole, my goodness, you played with my emotions. But then meanwhile, the guys are totally fine, but she's the one who's going to get screwed. All they needed was 24 hours to cool off and everything is fine. But of course, she's going to bear the brunt of it. So Alicia's like,
Jen, you're really not okay. What's up? It's like, well, Jason took away my straps, and because I don't want to live inside to the ground.
I don't know what you said, but I'll give you a hug. I'm so sorry. Like a phoenix in the ashes, you can rise. You can rise and be an ash, just a big pile of ashes instead of a flat pile of ashes. Isn't that how it goes?
Who bombed Phoenix?
No, it's a saying.
But the city, it's a pretty city.
No one bombed Phoenix. I don't think you really understand.
Then why is it in ashes? It was on fire.
I don't know even what city Phoenix is. This is ridiculous. You're making things up.
You can earn your stripes back. There was once a girl who was very confused in a galley, and a higher up came in, and she gave her
Stripes.
no, she gave her a lipstick, and that changed that girl's life.
Have that fire one. Should we go?
I still always wonder when Alicia is wearing that red lipstick, if that's the same lipstick that she got in the galley from that evil stew, or that evil chief stew. What was her name?
Oh God. Yeah.
The anti-Serena girl.
Yeah, I forgot her name. I loved that. I loved that feud. Oh, it was so good. So now we have Alicia, and she's telling Barbie, she's like, Captain's taking Jenna's strap away. And Barbie's like, it's going to put her in such a bad funk for the charter. I can't wait. So then Daisy and Jenna are in laundry, and Daisy's like, are you okay?
Oh, there's nothing I can do about it, so I just take it.
It's like, take it from somebody who's been doing this for a long time. You're going to be fine. My advice is move on with it. And if you want to hang out with Ben, you made your decision. It's like,
Oh, I'm not over that shit. I just want to do my fucking job right now.
She's like, okay, don't come back to me and say you're back into it because I will come for you.
So now Eddie and Barbie are in the crew mess, and he's like, it took so much not to go off at her. Oh, yeah, she's like just upset because she lost her second stew today. Yeah, she got her second stew taken from her today. He's like, no way. Uh-oh, she's vulnerable again. Dun, dun, dun. This is like putting on a tie, spraying his hair.
Wasn't there a moment earlier in the episode where maybe I seem to remember, I think this was like after Jenna, like Eddie had just walked in on Jenna making out with Ben, and Daisy was so mad that Jenna comes out and she's like, and Daisy goes, get to work. Jenna's like, get to work. I love it. She just mommed her so hard. Like, go to your room.
So now the guests are coming, so everybody has to go greet them. So they're lining up, and now Ellie walks and stands right in front of Jenna in the line. Fucking petty ass Ellie. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And Lacey's like,
I guess back down to Peasant Corner.
she's like,
At least I gave Sous Chef time to shine. She got what she wanted.
and he's like, oh.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at you, Syrup Knuckles. You moved up.
Yes, now we get to be together where we belong.
So the gays arrive, and again, I'm always marveled at a pack of gays, their ability to all look exactly the same. Like, mainly like white gays, I should say. Like white gays with the same exact mustache, same exact beard, same exact everything. It's crazy. So they come on and like, hey, and now they go on their tour, and Jenna is talking with Daisy in the main salon. She's like,
Well, at least our sous chef got a time to shine because she said in front of me to line now.
no.
Yeah, she did.
Well, she's still not above you. She's a fucking galley hand.
So funny. Well, first of all, I'm like going through my memory, thinking of all the times we've shown up in exactly the same outfits, which is so funny. But yeah, I agree with you on that. But yeah, so now Daisy's pissed off at Ben. She's like, Ben, all he does in that fucking galley is inflate her ego. So now she thinks she's fucking Queen Bee. Well, she's the lowest person on the boat. It's crazy. They just do what the fuck they want.
So then Daisy's like, I really wish he didn't do that. So now Joao and Batul are getting ready, getting drink orders and stuff. And they're prepping the anchor because they're going to leave. And Daisy's serving drinks, and then they're getting the sea bobs ready. And then James is like, have you guys ever done the sea bob? It's like, blows a lot of water out of your penis. So then Ben and Jenna are in the salon. And Ben's like,
Jenna, are you all right? Okay, I just want to make sure you're all right. All right. Okay, look. There's quite a few moving parts on this, but I do feel a bit like...
No, you don't have to do anything. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
It would be nice if she could just work. That would be great.
Yeah.
But she's like trying to work behind the bar, and he comes and sits at the stool, and he does that thing where he puts his arm on the back. He's like, all right, listen here. All right. You know, like if I take my bowl off, it's pretty easy to screw up in my position. All right. There's a lot of pressure. There's no hostility. I'm just here to do a job. All right. My little French burnt peanut fibula.
That was good, Ben.
All right. So I'm just going to hit the brakes here on this romantic situation. All right.
It's like, if I take my eye off the ball, you know, it's like, there'll be a problem. So,
I understand.
so Daisy's like, Ben, dinner's at 8. What's on the menu? He's like,
all right, well, we're going to do filet and a horse slapper. Oh, another topic, by the way. when you're given a whole fish, you're going to want to have like a station to dissect the fish, for lack of a better term, right?
She's like, well, you want me to fillet the fish?
Yes, you know how to serve a whole fish.
No. It takes too long, Ben. I'm not going to fillet the fish.
I'm not going to fill it. I'm not going to do it. There's absolutely no way I can fillet 8 fish at the same time. I don't have enough people. I don't have enough hands. We'd need 8 of me.
This is crazy to say go fillet 8 fish at the same time. This is nuts, especially for people who don't do this regularly. You know, like sure, maybe one of your staff knows how to properly do this, but this is like specialized. You know, and I'm sure there's people who are going to agree with me. It's not easy. Like when I had to do it, I had to be trained. I mean, I didn't have to go to a school, but like the chef took me aside, trained me how to do it. We practiced on a few fish that were really fucked up that we got to eat for crew meal. Like it was a thing. Like you have to be trained to do it. You're not just like, oh, well, we're on a yacht, so they do it. Have you worked on this yacht? Have you looked around this yacht? These people are not going to know how to fillet this fish, sir.
I recently cooked a whole fish, and I watched like many videos. I watched them over and over and over and over and over again. I learned, I studied, I did all the thing. I was like, okay, I know what to do. Head comes off, tail comes off, top part, bottom part. Then we just cut down the middle, move it out, lift the thing. And I was like, easy enough. The videos are pretty straightforward. Oh no, totally mangled. I did not bones. The bones were part of my life. You cannot. Yeah. It's not just
That's
something
not how
you
you
just
do it anyway.
Walk into. You know?
Yeah. We should have a fish fillet party. We can do it together. We can
after
compete. We can be like, okay, whose fillet is better?
It's like Top Chef. That of course, after watching this episode of Below Deck, I then spent the next half an hour watching deboning videos, and I was like, I want to make a whole fish just to learn. I want to learn. I want to get the skill down.
Yeah. I don't take the head and the tail off. I go down the spine with a knife and kind of you separate the thing, and then you push it the way of the bones. Like people, you see them doing it now. They're like bringing the meat off the bone towards the tail. You know, like going from head to tail. Oh, no, you don't do it that way.
That's not the way the videos do it.
You go.
The videos do
the bone.
Yeah, the videos do what you say. The videos basically are like pull the tail off, like the little tail off, and sort of like pull the head off, because if it's cooked all the way through, they should sort of come off. And then at the top and the bottom of the fish, there's usually like little fins. You sort of pluck here, pull there, and then once those are separated, you cut a line down the spine, and then you push the meat in the way of the bones, like follow the bones, it moves out of the way, and then you lift this entire skeleton up and out.
Yeah.
And then you put it all that stuff. Easier said than done, though. It looks actually pretty simple, but
truly,
you have to know. You have to know.
Yeah.
You have to know.
So yeah, it's a thing you have to be trained to do. And so she's right. She's right on this. And he's like,
Oh, please, like it's beautiful, a whole fish, they'll enjoy it.
She's like, this is a ridiculous request. You got to be taught this. You don't hire a waiter and be like, go do a table side. So she's like, Ben, it's going to take too long. Like, please come up with a different plan. He's like,
No, I'd love to have a whole fish.
She's like, oh, God. Then you're going to need to fillet it for me. He's like,
no, I'm willing to help you, but we also have a cake to tackle.
Then don't
He
do
is
this.
doing this. He is doing this because she told him when lunch for the cruise should be, and he is punishing her because he knows that this is hard. He knows. He's also a stickler. He would never want a beautiful whole fish to be mangled by like Alicia up there. So he's like, but he doesn't care because now he has a vendetta.
He's also a little manipulator because we saw him go to Captain Jason today. Like,
can I just talk to you as a bro?
To get his comeuppance for Jenna. And now he's doing this thing with her. And he knows that Jason's going to be sitting there at dinner, too. So he's trying to make her look stupid in front of Captain Jason. Oh, you little bitch, Ben.
Yeah. So now Jenna's getting ready. And they're all getting ready for this dinner. So the guests arrive. And Jason sits down, and I'm like, oh God, I can't believe Jason's gonna be sitting here for this whole fish situation. So the fish are ready to go. They look amazing, by the way. I'm like, oh, I'm so sad how these fish are about to get mangled because we know that they are going to. And so now Daisy comes in, and she's like, you really want me to fillet them? You really want me to do this? Are you fucking kidding me? I already told Ben this is an awful idea. You were supposed to think about it over the next few hours and pivot like you normally do. I can't believe we're actually doing this.
Listen, I'll come up and help you later, but we've got a cake. It's quite a lot to do, but I've seen people at the Ritz-Carlton be able to do it in about 1 minute.
You wouldn't last at the Ritz-Carlton for 5 fucking minutes, sir. With what we've been seeing this season with your fucking drippy eggs.
Yeah. By the way, all those videos take like it takes 2 minutes maybe for a real pro. I think it takes 2 minutes, but like all the videos that I watch were about 3 minutes. How about that?
Just bringing up the Ritz-Carlton when you served overcooked fish last week, dish soap in your eggs and runny eggs. Please leave the Ritz-Carlton out of this.
Yeah. Also, just because it's a Ritz-Carlton does not mean that they have a decent food program anyway. So, anyway, the point is the Ritz-Carlton's a hotel and you assume they'll have a good restaurant, but they may not. I say this as someone who once splurged on a Ritz-Carlton and there is a bad restaurant. How about that? Everyone, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. There, I'm saying all the truth. It was Marina Del Rey. Ritz-Carlton, Marina Del Rey.
I said it.
Shitty restaurant. Don't ever stay there or go to that restaurant. It was actually a bad hotel.
So Daisy goes upstairs and she's carrying this fish. And she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this fish. And Joelle's like, I can fillet it if you want. And so in the galley, Ben's like,
I told you service is going to be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, because of you. So now we go to the dinner table, and Daisy's like, all right, for a main course, you've got a whole snapper fish with a beurre blanc sauce and New York strip loin steak. And she starts walking away, and someone's like, how do I do this? And she's like, well, would anybody like help? Like, she tried
Would anyone like some cavemen to destroy their fish for them? We have Joelle here.
Tried it. I loved that. She was like, all right, here's your fish. I'm out of here. Like, can you help us?
To be fair, she did say, would anyone like their fish filleted?
She did, but she was going to walk away, and they said, wait, I don't know how to do this. She's like, oh, wait, would anybody like their fish done?
And so now you have Daisy and Joelle. And what I was saying before is that like these videos, the fish, okay, let's say it takes 2 minutes. Maybe a pro can do it in like 30 seconds or a minute. But let's say that someone can do it in a minute. If there's like 6 fish on the table, that means that someone is waiting 6 minutes for their fish because it takes all those other fish before. Like, it's not smart. You're not going to be able to have every single person on this crew being able to take care of every single fish. And if they are able to do it, they're not going to be able to do it at the same skill level. It's just such a terrible, terrible idea. I think you show the fish and then you bring them back downstairs and then you fillet them and then you like come back up with the fillets. I think, but like sitting there and watching them all struggle, it makes the crew look bad. They're waiting, they're anxious, and it looks just as messy. It's just such a shitty idea. And to say that like, oh, but we've got a cake to do. You got Ellie there. Ellie's big thing is that she makes the cakes. So this was just total bullshit.
Yeah. So everybody's struggling. Nobody knows how to do it. And it's a fish disaster. I mean, this fish looks like shit. It's being mangled all over the place. And Ben's like, oh, God, do you need my assistance with the fillet? And so he's like, oh, God, it's a bloody nightmare up there. None of the girls are even there. None of them are there. None of them. So Jason is now helping them. And he's like, well, the fish looks fantastic and it's well presented. However, the guests should not be witnessing this. I think we're facing the same problem that we've been facing all season. There's a communication discrepancy. No, there's not. He said, we're going to do a whole fish. She said, we can't do that. And he said, you're going to do it anyway. It's communicated. He's just not going to listen. So let's see who you're going to blame on this one.
I know. I am mortified.
Probably Jenna.
And for Ben to be shocked that this is the state of affairs. I mean, come on. So that was the end of the recap. However, with all this talk about fish, we'd be remiss if we did not do a Fish report.
Fish report. Now it's time for a fish report. Do I have the fish report? I do have the fish report. Okay, it's coming up. It is coming up. It's a fish report. There's a fish. There's a fish who's about to be reported on. Here he comes. Okay.
Let's see what the fish report does.
Isn't it rich? Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? This looks like the beginning of a Little Mermaid because we're underwater. Oh, I love it. Fish report. Oh my gosh, it has titles on it.
It would have been better if we were singing Fish Report Fish report. Fish report.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's start over.
Okay.
Fish report.
Fish report.
Fish report. Oh my
Now
God, it's a fish report.
Fish report.
Ben, that is so cool. Ben made titles for this. This looks
I made
so
I
pro.
made a fish transition. I made a fish transition.
Where'd you get all these fish? This looks so good.
I just I subscribe to one of those sites where you get like music and images, and I just got a bunch of fish images and I put them together and I used Apple Motion and I made a fish transition. This is my
You
pride
sure
and joy.
did. This really looks
Yeah.
great. Nicely
I also
done,
downloaded a
sir.
special font, so I'm
Nicely
just happy. Just a creative, just a creative outlet for me today.
Now, I didn't even notice these fish. These are two sharks, two different kinds of shark. One is like a black velvet shark. What the fuck kind of shark is that? I've never seen that kind of shark before.
I don't think that one's a shark. That may just
It's not?
well, it could be. I don't know. We need that on Crappy Hour this week. We had a marine biologist, and we really need her help right now. Let me look
But
it up.
has a fin.
Black sharks. Is there such a thing as? I think it might just be a dark. Well, there is something called a red-tailed black shark, but I don't think that is what it is. I mean, there are things called black sharks, but that doesn't.
Or
I don't think that's
maybe
black.
blue
I don't think
black
that's a shark.
I don't know. It looks like
I'm
a
gonna tell you
shark
this
to
right
me,
now.
but what do
I don't
know?
think it's a shark. You know what I think it is? I actually think it's a toy. I think someone put in a little fish toy and the shark is chasing it because they're cruel.
It does look like a toy that the shark is chasing. It's like a plushie. But look
It
how
looks
they're-
like it's like a remote control little like whale toy, like a whale shark, but not a whale shark, but a whale, shark.
But here's so impressive. They're from
I'm sorry. By the
different.
way, I'm
they're-
sorry that my bubbles are totally obscuring the shot of the sharks.
I love it. No, that's kind of why I keep doing it because I'm like, whoa, those bubbles are so neat. I like that they're like from different schools, but they can still swim the same. Like they're even turning their tails at the exact same time. I mean, I love some good choreography. These are good friends.
I think these sharks are doing these two fish are they're basically doing like the fish version of Fast and Furious. Like guys, watch. Okay, so that one over there, that's Paul Walker, and then I'm like the guy chasing Paul Walker,
too soon,
and
too
then
soon.
like watch. Well, oh wait, what happened? We get news very late down here on Tennessee. Does something happen?
Paul Walker. Please don't say anything happened to Paul Walker.
Oh wait, what was that other goldfish that came in there? Was that from another shot?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this one. Look at this photo bomber. Boop.
This
Oh
fish
god,
is
these sharks are
like-
chaotic. First of all, you got this one.
This big goldfish is working for the shark. It's like, okay, I'm gonna trick the camera. I'll cover you. I'll cover you. It's covering you. And there's a shark. It's attacking you. And it attacks the camera. What the hell?
This shark is really out of control. Just attacking the camera. Okay, you're trying it. But meanwhile, mom fish over there, the red snapper who winds up on the plate is like, oh honey, have you seen Susan? Mom, you're in the way.
I'm trying to kill somebody. I'm trying to eat a camera. Get the hell out of my way, mother.
It's like when a publicist is like walking on the red carpet and just blocks the camera in front of Nicole Kidman. Like, get out of there.
This is where I come to cry. This shark who is hitting the camera, this is the Jenna shark. Whatever, nobody likes me no more. It's the drunk Jenna shark.
Yeah, there's been private text. You're not supposed to share private text.
Like, can you even eat me, shark? You are totally flat. Like, am I supposed to be afraid of you? You're no Jaws, okay? You flat-faced shark.
I know. You look like an insert for a shoe to keep it like properly shaped when you pack it.
Or like a shoehorn. Like, what, are you going to help me get on my tight Nikes? Come on.
You look like one of many different shoe accessories. And look at the shark in the
You look
background.
like
with
I want
its-
to put my drink down on you. You know what I mean? So I don't get a ring on the table. You fucking coaster head.
Hello. Did someone ask for a slipper? Because here I am. Who wants a kiss from a slipper? It's me.
The mom fish is like, I wasn't trying to interrupt. I just wanted to make a heart shape with our shadows.
Wait, look at the shark on the background on the right with its friend. It's like, oh my God, get out of here. It's getting dangerous.
Yeah, it's like they're fighting.
It's like, guys, get up. We have to go. The other one's like, wait a second. But we're friends. Are there two fish or is it just one? It looks like, you know
On
what?
the
Maybe just be
right,
one
I think
fish.
it's just one. Yeah, this
To
one.
me, it looked like a big fish and a small fish, but I'm seeing now it's just one fish. Just
Oh,
talking to
Ben,
itself.
that's really offensive because that's his tail, I think that you were saying.
Meanwhile, the other fish in the background is like, oh, you think this is the first time you've seen this? I've attacked many. Look at this. Look at it coming from in the middle of nowhere. From the dust cloud in the center of the screen comes this fish. Like, there he is. Oh, actually, that's the toy shark. It's not a shark. I refuse to call it a shark.
Are you talking about this thing right here?
Yeah, that one. Look at it come in.
Oh, that looks like Alien. You know that the thing in Alien that comes to get you. Ooh, look at that big scary alien head. Ooh,
Look, it's so but it's so unimpressed by this. It's so unimpressed by this entire. The shark is being so extra, attacking the cameraman. The other fish is like, well, just another Sunday.
I know.
Guess
Hey,
what?
you'd have a lot more fun in life if you smiled more, toots. Okay, what's with the frown?
Guess what? Internet's down again. This one's attacking the camera. Why don't we deal with the real problems in life? The internet.
It's the person constantly on the neighborhood thread, like, is anybody else's internet real slow today?
Today I was walking around and a shark attacked a camera trying to do something. We cracked down on these hooligans.
Okay, now we go to this crazy fish, which we love, this showgirl fish.
Glamorous. Very glamorous lionfish. It's like, hello. Today I shall be touring a piece of coral.
Just because I wear gorgeous dresses that have fans all over them doesn't mean I want to have to dust all the coral, but I'll do it.
The answer is yes. I was at the Cannes Film Festival. My film had a premiere there, and I was wonderful in it. Absolutely wonderful. 7-minute standing ovation. Not that you care.
Excuse me, did somebody steal my coral? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Really? Because you were the last person seen with my coral. Nope, no idea what you're talking about. Is my coral under your dress? Absolutely not. You think you're going to look under my dress, you little pervert?
The answer is yes, I do use Latisse. At a certain age, your eyelashes do thin out. But you know what? Nothing some medication can't fix. It's my choice.
I went to the Botox lady today, and she offered to remove some of the lines from my face, and I said, "What are you trying to take away my nature, you monster?"
You know, Warren Beatty never gave me a compliment ever.
But he did give me a penis, lots and lots of penis. All right, this is beautiful. This little flower thing.
No, this is like a screensaver.
This
We go
is
from the most
gorgeous.
beautiful anemone type thing to this disgusting moray eel.
Yeah, this is really beautiful. Wow.
But
So
without
now
personality, I just want to say this is just this is a hot girl anemone. It's like, hi, yeah, just got my hair done. Yeah, like it has nothing to say. It's just hot.
this is like too beautiful, I think, to even be in the same shots as like, look what's about to come. Fuggo McGee here. I mean,
I know. Hey, Mel.
Like, yeah, it's like, I got your order ready, Flo. Ding.
Do you want your burger done all the way?
It looks like a puppet. Look, it looks like
I
a
was about to
Muppet,
say,
like
it's-
being controlled from under the coral or whatever.
I mean, I do love the moray eels, and this is the most puppety looking one of all time. And we just had that big moray eel situation. Was it last week, 2 weeks ago? Where they were all singing. That one came up in the front, and they were singing Bohemian Rhapsody. But this one is just like, this one is so puppety. You cannot tell me there's more moray eel and like hidden away. Like that is a human's arm underneath there.
This is like my before getting my wattle surgery shot here. By the way, you don't have bats in your cave. You literally have bats hanging out of your nose. Like, what the hell? Wipe your nose, bro. You're on camera.
It's like, guys, oh my God, I'm just like stuffed up once again. No, it's because you put peanuts in your nostrils. Take them out. I just have allergies.
More sharks, underside of sharks. This one has a really nice line here coming down. I think this would be like the V on people, which
Shark
Erica
guts.
from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills called cum gutters. Disgusting, but the shark has them.
Mm-hmm. The shark is like, oh my God, I hope I'm not being shot from an unflattering angle. The shark is also a bit puppety. Look at its mouth. That's like a very puppet mouth, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah, it is kind of cute. I love it. I love that it's like has an Adam's apple as well.
Yeah.
Right here.
Very smooth underside.
Now this one I want to watch quick because how quick it moves. I love the pulsation of this jellyfish. You know, I never learned until Fish Report how different jellyfish are from each other. And this one is more solid than some, and it just has such a beautiful pulse. I noticed this. It's like doot, doot, doot.
It's
Some of them
definitely
are
like at an
bloop,
EDM festival.
bloop. This one's like bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, John Summit's playing in Tampa. Guys, we gotta go. You gotta go. Oh my God, did you guys see Cascade? So good. I got tickets to the pool party. It was amazing. Loved it.
You guys, I'm really smart. You can see my brain. Look at it.
Guys, are you guys gonna see Tiesto at Coachella? Yeah, he's playing at like the Sahara tent. I'm gonna be there. Yeah.
You guys, Justin Bieber just did a set, like sitting at a table and watching his own YouTubes.
Oh my God, I just heard the Thunderpuss remix of Brave by Sarah Bareilles. Like, it was fire.
Does my brain make my butt look big? Just like big.
People think I have a bob. That's just the shape of my head.
Okay. Well, this is a pretty fish.
This is a gorgeous fish, but this fish is like, God, I love being camouflaged. No one can see me at all. It's like, ma'am.
We see ya. We
I love when
see
they
ya.
I love when they show fish just hanging out when they're not like actually swimming. They're just lying on things because it just feels weird to see a fish lying around like that one shark that's always sleeping on the ground. This one just lying against the coral, acting like it's blending in. Like, we see you. You are a bright, gorgeous teal.
It also has like an 80s sitcom face where it's just like, and now Ruth McGillicuddy. And she's like, and she just has a big open mouth smile that never closes. Like,
The next door neighbor to check the mail. She wears a visor. She's Mrs. Poole. I'll say it. She's Mrs. Poole.
love her. This is that same lined face fit, clownfish. What do you call this? Not a clownfish. What do you call this?
Lionfish. But this one is now giving you some wisdom that you'll need for your journey. You've come here to seek the answers, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's what it's saying.
I really love on these lionfish how they have leaf lips. Like they have leaves coming out of their lips. It's just so cute.
Yeah.
Look at this starfish.
This is my favorite starfish. It looks like it's a s'mores. It's like marshmallow, but it has char, but also chocolate chips on top of it. It's like delicious looking.
This reminds me of one time my friends were over and they were like, "Oh my God, have you guys been on Grindr?" And I was like, "No," because I still believe in like fucking people in real life. And they were like, "Well, there's like a new thing going on Grindr that you have to be, you have to get shots now for monkeypox." They're like, did you have sex with the guy? Did he have his shots for monkeypox? I mean, this was a few years ago, but this is what I was imagining. The starfish. You're like, it looks delicious. I'm like, it looks like private parts with monkeypox on it.
I think it looks like a marshmallow. It looks like a big marshmallow version of a starfish with like chocolate chips on it. Like it's like it was a misguided attempt at making it look delicious. Like someone made a marshmallow starfish, and then they were like, you know what? Let's decorate it with chocolate chips. And it's like, oh, we went too far. We ruined it. We never should have touched it any further. That was our bad.
That's the same fish. No, it's a different fish.
No, that's just this is a fish we've seen before. This is our secretary fish.
Yeah,
but this, I thought what was fun. This one, it's just so alone right now. It's so alone. Like it's
like, you
devastatingly
guys all
alone.
think you're so above me. They're like,
We're literally above you, Ruth. All you have to do is swim up here.
We're all here. We're just waiting for you. I'd like to be invited, though.
This is cool because it looks like they're flying in the clouds, right?
Yeah,
it's so pretty.
It's like, yeah, and look at these stingrays are just like this is Phoenix. This is Phoenix in the ashes.
Yeah, I mean, what happened to the ocean? They all look like they're in fucking Dances with Dragons or whatever that's called.
I know. This feels
Dragon
like it should be an HBO movie. This is like from the creators of Game of Thrones come two stingrays in a dust cloud. I am the one who has earned the rights to call this seabed my kingdom. It's like, no, it is mine. It was promised to me. Oh, yes. Well, then I shall see about that because I shall challenge you to a dragon duel. There are no dragons. Fine. I will find a starfish.
all right, you won't let me have the throne? Smell my armpit. Oh, yeah? You like that? All right, sucker.
Now we've got a sideways. Oh, is it over? Now we've got a little sideways fish. I like this one. This is another open-mouthed fish.
I think it's chasing something. Look, it's bullying that little goldfish.
Yeah,
little goldfish is trying to get away.
Size.
Yeah, this is talk about a real bully fish. Just because it has some nice, cool blue accents, all of a sudden it gets to bully this poor goldfish. I don't think so, sir.
What's happening now down near the tail of this fish? Is that another fish? Oh, they're other fish. They're like baby fish swimming with the mom fish.
Sometimes these fish really need to observe some personal space. They really get all up in other fish's business, But that's she probably is the mom. It's the kids. Fine. That's probably why she's mad at the
You try and
goldfish.
afford childcare, okay? Sometimes we have to bring our children places. I know this is not appropriate, okay? So I'm watching an R-rated movie, but I'm hunting with my children in the car. Okay, well, forgive me.
Now I think she's shooing away the goldfish. Now she's like, get out of here, John Cusack. I don't want you playing your stereo on my coral lawn. Okay, my kids are my angels. They're not ready for premarital sex. Get out of here. Shoo.
Fish report. That has been the fish report. These titles, killers. Great job.
And they bounce.
Loved it. Yes, Ben.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us. We will be back, for the rest of our lives and yours, hopefully. Bye, everybody. Talk to you next time.
Bye.